All right.
Who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that.
Probably tried to do this when I'm not on call. God damn it.
Offense up for success.
The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. New York to the line. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
It's Scatterboo on 2nd down. Have him gain up a handful there. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Third and long, they're going to throw.
What the?
He's not going to get away. They take him down to the 30. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what
Rodriguez is a beast, but what the hell?
Feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out, and you know there's no escape. It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board. A defensive kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick.
Continue.
Stout all set to send this one away. Washington now to return. This makes it up to the 25. Miami offense headed out there now. Things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's a charm for them. They find some success.
Let them know.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And the coverage too much to follow through on this play. Multiple defenders there. A lot of contact at the catch. This one's incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Second down carry for Achan. They're working a couple yards past the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Throw here, 3rd down. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Caught the football, but it's jarred out before he can secure it. Ooh, they nearly had a big play there on 3rd down, Brock. But a good defensive effort forces 4th down. They'll punch it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. Takes this in at the 25. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Here come the
Get it together.
They take over again on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've
we've been on some bullshit.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
I'm gonna get it right.
Scatterboo gets it here to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on the first.
Starting now.
As a corner in this league, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. You want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Working on 2nd down. Dart. And he just got away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm like, man, you sorry.
Reps here early, Brock. That pass rush off to a great start.
One thing I've grown to appreciate, too, in this just kind of analytical revolution we're in, the stats of today, Kate, it's not just sacks, it's pressures, right? It's those
What the fuck?
because you know they make a strong impact, too.
The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away.
Not a good showing.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing is Willis. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right. Timed up right, but it certainly wasn't.
Finds his back, Achan. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Last catch actually lost 2, so now it's 3rd and 12 here. Willis. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Greg Newsome has it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So first down from the 41. To throw. Here's Dart. And this is going to be lost on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic and contact over the middle. It's second down. In a tough spot already. Sent out there trying to keep these guys out of field goal range. They're just on the edge of it, but so far so good on first down.
That's right, and you flip it around on the other side, Kate, when you get a ball like this from your defense in such prime position, you definitely want to capitalize. I say to you all the time, Kate, to get a quarterback in a rhythm, completions. Well, this is the opposite of rhythm. There is none because we have not had a completion yet.
Last pass unsuccessful.
Yeah, I know, that's terrible.
Darts looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, get down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. Well, I think we could all tell, Brock, when they saw that flag, they knew exactly what was coming.
Yeah, and unlike those wrestlers I watched growing up who could hide under the ring and just get away from everybody, there's no hiding now. All eyes on him.
Running it after the penalty. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Let's start on the play fake. And can't find the connection on 2nd down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there. But the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
3rd and long for him here. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he gets home. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, 26 yards. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And they take a 10-0 lead here in our first quarter.
Dolphins nothing.
Stout all set to send this one away. Washington now to return. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. A play fake now, Willis to throw. That one's complete, right side. And giving up the fight here as he goes out of bounds before he can get back to the line. So gives up a yard, maybe 2 on that 1st down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Now Willis looking to throw on 2nd down. This is Cost. He's past the 35. He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
And they just get the play off. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So we're through one. It's a 10-0 ball game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this.
Quarter was some ass. That's what that was. He just run right through.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They start out 2nd and 10.
Funky formation.
Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. They will not turn this into a positive. They take him down. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
That's 2. Count them 2 drives that he has put to rest now. First with the interception, and this time a critical 3rd down sack. There's just some players on the field, they sense the moment defensively. And when they get the opportunity, they make the most of it.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And last drive we saw them finally reach that end zone after they struck out on their first 3 series. So this now the whole while the iron is hot moment, right? While they try to repeat what worked, try to make this 2 touchdowns in a row. Now on 1st down, they're going to start with Scatterboo. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On 2nd down, Scatterboo gets it again. Has a hole left, room to run. 20, 15. It's a New York touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Oh, no, you ain't gonna just jip me out of that. I ain't gonna show the replay on that. They some trash. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Call that. Oh, wait for your blocker. Just outran the boy. I can't hold me.
Now we'll see them try the point after.
They tried to rob me on my replay. That's some bullshit.
It is good. And that makes this
That ain't mad.
possession game.
Dolphins nothing.
Stout all set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
I heard that.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And things starting to get a little out of hand for them, Brock. That last score made it 17 zip. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
All right. What was that?
Willis now.
Here we go.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Throwing on 2nd. Willis.
Oh,
Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but
I give them a replay, though.
Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside.
bias.
Good work. Help reset those chains.
Popped them, though.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Chan, a 1st down carry. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Atwell, the motion man here. Chan again on 2nd. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
They'll throw 3rd and long.
Oh.
Throw right side, caught by Smith. They get to him, he's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to be good for a Dolphins 1st down.
I saw it too late.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him
Yeah.
inside.
You going, baby?
Get his 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Read that.
Okay, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Willis in the pistol. It's over the middle and taken in by Washington. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play.
Oh, they get all the replays.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route
Cheat.
concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Willis to the air.
Oh.
Completed left side to Smith.
What in the Madden?
And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up first and goal.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end, and they give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. Yeah, runs defense to make it a much bigger gain.
On the red zone now. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in there.
Thought you ran the window. Yeah.
Alexander. And they need to regroup here, partner, ahead of this second and goal.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Willis looking to throw. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So
Fine,
second down
dude.
produces nothing.
You're fine,
Back to the
dude.
middle, they go for third down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Come on, son.
And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponents. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Calvin Austin on the return. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. The Giants are running back Cam Scatterboot trotting back out there. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Let's start on the grounds here. Tracy. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Here goes Dart to the air. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that is a linebacker who's done his homework. He understands leverage, he understands containment, and he understands how to bring it back down for a loss.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on third down. Dart from the pistol.
What the hell?
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. New set of downs for them from the 31. Here's Willis. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Brian Burns. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
And the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
And the defender's there to knock this away. And that effort means it's fourth down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Only a minute and 57 seconds left between us and halftime at this point. More from Hard Rock Stadium after this. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll go play action. Here's Dart.
Oh,
Here's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take over a little ways beyond midfield. They're at the 46-yard line.
this is not a good
When
outing.
you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much. And
Yeah.
certainly didn't see the defender.
What the hell was that?
With the big interception.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Miami.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis. Here's a screen for Achane. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on
I got them beefing on the sideline, yelling at each other.
Sets them back behind the sticks.
Who the hell you got control of me?
Willis to throw it. Goes right back to Achane, complete. And they're all over the screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Like, my bad, Dot.
I want to believe that that is the last thing you want to see as a running back when you catch a short pass. That safety just
Still winning, though.
downfield at you. And he brings it down for a loss.
Defense stopping that last catch behind the line. So here's 3rd and 11. Willis. Finds his back. Achane. This isn't going to get it done on 3rd down. They actually give up yardage on a completed pass, Brock. So longer 4th down coming up. Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Giants take over now late in this 1st half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts, a little time.
It ain't your fault, bro.
Points very much in play here.
Gotta get my shit together. This is not like me. Let's see.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. He almost throws this away on the 1st snap of the drive. Put it into harm's way, but the pick is dropped, so they're going to see 2nd down. Now, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives, that's a really hard walk off the field.
Now Dart on 2nd down. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Scatterboo. And he has got the first down. Not much, only a few yards, but it is enough to convert on 4th and 1. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from the 43. Takes the handoff, now Dart. That one's
Come on, bro. Catch the ball.
Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions. That is a
something ain't right.
Pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Austin makes the grab downfield. He's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the first down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Ooh, that's terrible. 4 for 19.
Thank you, Scott. Great work
that is
there.
not indicative of my work.
Didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Set to return. This is Braxton Berrios. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Winston now off the play fake. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said because, you could feel sometimes the quarterback on drop back, the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. A gain of about 24. First down coming up.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. He's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Winston. Bails out of the pocket quick. Contact on the throw, and yeah, this one never had a chance. To the ground. It is incomplete. That sets up third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's fourth down. Their punter making his way out now. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Miami offense headed out there now. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
Play action, yours. And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Darius Alexander in there to make that play.
Don't think anybody
Did he say did she say Alexandria?
First down, and now at least it keeps you on schedule to get a chance here on third.
Past the line, he's going to run for it. And to the ground he goes, sliding to a stop well short here. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now here comes the New York offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. They track him down finally as this play goes for about 20. It's going to be a New York 1st down. All set to go now from the 35. Winston to throw it. A quick slant caught by Fields. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Working inside the red zone.
What the?
And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. It's Tracy on 2nd down. He hits the lane for about 7. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back, he just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Winston to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Tracy. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Winston looking to throw. He's going to take this to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now the PAT try coming up. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. That makes this a 24-point ball game.
Dolphins 3.
Stout all set to send this one away. On the return, it's Jalen Reagor. Good work so far. He's got room. So they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Get ready.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Ewers. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though we did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm.
What the hell?
Defense dictating so much.
And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like
Yeah,
that,
I know that ain't true.
Tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed
That's that Madden stuff right there.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Oh.
Edwards getting it again here on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On the give, it's Gordon. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You love a huddle, Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try the middle with Gordon. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Great read by the defense there. They attacked and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Ewers. This is going to be caught. Touchdown Dolphins. Will Kazmarek scoring there to end an 8-play drive. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Jeff Affleck leaving him out there, Brock. They're going to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
To throw, here's Ewers. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another that could put this just too far out of reach. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. From the pistol, here's Gordon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. And they send a man in motion. Working on 2nd down. Ewers. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down. 3 quarters in the books from this one.
It keeps so.
It keeps so. We got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Running back sent in motion. He'll air it out on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. That was the safety, Javon Holland. And it's going to be 2nd and 16 now coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Now it's Ewers. And he's going to go down. They drop him back on his own side at the 47. Darius Alexander. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play, because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
I can understand.
Oh, they big man.
To put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
Pewter going for it? That's when you know they mad. 4th and 21. This why.
Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Jump off, caught by his back. And no shot getting in the field after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion. Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Shotgun snap, a give to Tracy. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get
Alright,
so
this
much
will be the last
popularity.
play.
Tackles for loss,
I gotta
when you
stop
lift
this
that
video.
offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's trash anyway.
Put the body on the line for his team. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every